Picture this. You walk into a store and two clocks catch your eye. One sleek and modern with sharp edges, the other soft and vintage. Which one would you pick? Your answer says more about you than you think. Often people who feel lonely gravitate toward the sharp-edged clock. Why? Because those jagged lines they subconsciously mirror a feeling of pushing back against the world. And if you've ever bought something vintage or marketed as feminine on a whim, that's not random, it's your lonely identity talking. But here's the twist. Even when we try to save money by cutting back, it rarely works. Why? Because what we're buying isn't about needs, it's about who we think we are. And when we stop spending, we're not just saving cash, we're suppressing a part of ourselves. Today we're diving into consumerism, how it's quietly hijacked your life, why it's not all bad, and how to break free without losing your sanity. Let's rewind to the 1970s. Back then, the average person saw about 100 ads a day. Today, it's over 500. Let that sink in. For most of human history, frugality was king, resources were scarce, and replacing your tools every year, that'd get you labelled crazy. But then came capitalism, the Industrial Revolution, and boom, suddenly factories could churn out goods faster than anyone needed. So, society invented a new virtue, consumerism. No longer was spending just about survival, it became about belonging, status, even self-actualization. Think about your phone, you don't need the latest model. But upgrading, it whispers, you're tech-savvy, sophisticated, ahead of the curve. Consumerism hijacked Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What used to be about food and shelter is now about Instagram likes and designer labels. Consumerism hooks us in three sneaky ways. Trap 1. Dive deep culture. Take these headphones. A 20 pair works fine, but the 500 one? It's not about sound, it's about becoming a connoisseur. Whether it's coffee, wine, or tech, mastering niche details lets you flex superiority. But here's the catch. Improving something already good costs way more than fixing something bad. A $20 upgrade can turn a terrible meal into something delicious, but making a gourmet dish perfect, that'll cost you much, much more. Trap 2. The allure of new. Let's be honest, these phones aren't that different. You don't need 1 terabyte of storage. But we line up for launches anyway. Why? Because nobody wants to feel left behind. Upgrading isn't about function, it's about shedding your old self for a shiny new identity. Trap 3. The myth of unique. Buying a new home? Congrats. Now pick a personality. Minimalist, Scandinavian, postmodern? Sound familiar? This isn't just decorating. It's a personality test. Enter the Diderot effect. Buy one fancy sofa, and suddenly your old coffee table looks pathetic. A new camera. Now you need better lenses. Consumerism chains your desires together, keeping you spending endlessly. So, how many of these traps have you fallen into? Now, I'm not here to trash consumerism. Believe it or not, it's useful. Studies show label golf clubs Nike, and players shave strokes off their game. Even thinking about Apple could boost your creativity. Why? Because when you believe in the identity a product sells, it can actually improve your life. Chatting with friends about sneakers or bags. That's bonding. It boosts mental health. Consumerism's not evil, but it's not innocent either. Here's where it gets dangerous. 1. The rat race of work, spend, repeat. Consumerism's best friend? Hustle culture. Work hard, get promoted. Reward yourself. Which means spending more so you work harder. Even saving becomes about buying bigger toys. Yachts, private jets, $500 gold-flaked sushi. Yes, that's a real thing. True wealth isn't about stuff, it's about time freedom. But consumerism keeps you chasing a race you can't win. Number 2. Decision fatigue. Every day, you make hundreds of micro choices. Which shirt? What colour? Which brand? By the time you're done, your brain's too fried to think about real priorities, like your goals or values. That's why Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg wore the same outfit daily, to save mental energy. 3. You're being played. Marketers know lonely people love sharp edges and vintage vibes. They'll sell you a good identity and the products to achieve it. Think diamonds. Before the 1940s, engagement rings didn't need diamonds. Then De Beers coined "a diamond is forever." And then boom, an $80 billion industry was born. Companies even use brain scanning to see how people respond to ads. Show the price first and people question value. Show the product first, they think, do I want this? Spoiler, you'll always want it. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. And remember, consumerism isn't your enemy. It's all about balance. But when it controls you, that's when trouble starts. See you next time.